Episode 133. Where I've been and where I'm going. Now, I just bought 51% of a vampire hunting company. Yeah, I'm the main stakeholder now. If you were expecting the jokes to get better, sorry. Sucks to be you. Hello and welcome to the 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast. I'm your host, Nikki G. I'm here to inform and entertain your ear holes with all things off-road for the next 10 minutes or so. Why 10 minutes? Well, that's about how long I have until my Hot Pockets are done. Yeah, you gotta dance with the one that brung you. Alright, before we start the show, I've gotta go over the legal mumbo-jumbo boilerplate crap with, I don't have to now because I have enslaved AI interns, so take it away, enslaved AI interns.
You're listening to the 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast, the podcast for the off-roader with a short attention span.
Got something to say? We would love to hear from you. Just contact the 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast at 10minuteoffroad@gmail.com. That's 10minuteoffroad@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on our YouTube channel.
You can listen to the 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast on whatever the hell you're listening to it on now, including Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Odyssey, Podbean, Pocket Cast, Podchaser, and iHeartRadio, or through our website, 10minuteoffroad.com.
You can follow the 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but never TikTok.
All right, for this show, I'm going to talk about the Jeep events I want to go to this year, and I pre-recorded it so I don't have to do anything but just press the play button. So here we go. All right, we got a little bit more time to kill. Switching gears, I'm going to talk about some this year's Jeep events coming up that I am going to go to. The Pickens Jeep Explosion, Pickens, South Carolina, close to Greenville, Spartanburg. Went last year just on a lark. I went down to visit my friend Randy, who does the coffee and rigs, and I woke up late and I didn't get to make it to that. But I went to the Pickens Jeep Explosion, and I gotta say, it was not a bad show. There was lots and lots of Jeeps, but a majority of them were everyday drivers, just like my Jeep, your Jeep. People just parked in the parking lot and shoot the breeze. It was very down to earth. You didn't have the $100,000 show rigs. You just had everyday Jeeps. And some were old from the 40s and 50s. Some were new. So everything was real nice. People were real pleasant. Vendor-wise, there wasn't any vendors. They had some events like a duck race where they had like a swimming pool, whatever. Or who knows what the heck. I didn't stick around. I don't stick around for stuff like that. They had a raffle and they organized a short Jeep ride. But it was being held in a parking lot of an indoor flea market. So there's your vendors right there. You can take the wife and kids, and you can go look at Jeeps and schmooze with people, and they can go through the indoor flea market and buy junk that you don't need anyhow. There's no date given yet for the Pickens Jeep Explosion, but I'm keeping my eyes open for it. The same thing with the Southwest Virginia Jeep Invasion, and that's Southwest Virginia, not West Virginia. Although it's pretty much on the West Virginia line, so it could be Southwest Virginia or Southwest Virginia Jeep Invasion in Tazewell, Virginia. They don't have a date for that yet, but it was held in July the past 2 years. I might not go to that one. I was pretty disappointed. The first year I went to it, it was pretty nice. Last year I went to it, there was a lot of people there. A lot of Jeeps, no vendors. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy the drive up there and the drive home. I think I camped out. I know I was looking for camp spots on the way home. I think I did find a place to spend the night. It's in a very nice area. Still in the Jefferson National Forest. Like I said, it was kind of disappointing last year. If I have nothing to do, I'll go to it this year. If not, I'm not going to make any special plans for it. All right, the Western North Carolina Jeep Fest in Maggie Valley is getting to be a pretty nice Jeep Fest. I went there past several years. I always meet a friend that lives in the area, or his parents live in the area up there. I always connect with him and hang out. Met some people from the Jeep Talk Show up there, or some listeners of the Jeep Talk Show up there last year. Had a great time. I'm going to go again this year. It's June 5th and 6th. If you're going to go, let me know. We'll connect. Unless you don't want to connect, and then you can just wander around and you pretend you don't know me if we bump into each other. All right. A new one for me is the Bantam Jeep Festival in Butler, Pennsylvania, June 12th through the 14th. When I was at Toledo Jeep Fest last year, talking to a few people, and I was actually talking to, oh God, I can't think of the name of his company, but he was one of the vendors. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But, because now would be the shameless plug for the 3 people listening to this show. But he said he's not going to go to Toledo Jeep Fest anymore because it costs too much money and he doesn't really sell that much to compensate for it. Instead, he was going to focus his energy on the Bantam Jeep Festival. And I've heard it before, but I never really thought about it. I thought it would, man, that's way too far for me to go. But it's on the other side of Ohio, very close to where I grew up. Doing a MapQuest of it, it's actually about 45 minutes closer to me than Toledo Jeep Fest. So I think I'm making plans to go to it this year. They have a campground available, so I can camp there. They have trail rides organized, and it's supposed to be a bigger event with lots of vendors, and vendors flock to it because it's cheaper for the tables and stuff. And the thing about the Butler Jeep Festival, and I'm assuming because I've never been there, but it's not in town. It's kind of like on the outskirts of town, and it's geared towards Jeeps. So Jeep people are going to be there. Toledo Jeep Fest is held downtown. It's free to get in and out, which is great in the way it should be. But there are so many people there that are just hanging out downtown just to go get the free stuff from the vendors and just look around. Not as many Jeep owners. So there could be 10,000 people and maybe 4,000 or 5,000 actually Jeep people buying from the vendors. Where at Bantam Jeep Fest, everybody's Jeep, the vendors are going to make a lot more money. At least that's my theory, and that's what this... I want to say his name is Sam, and I can't remember the name of the company. I'm so sorry. But maybe I'll look it up and write a correction on the next show. All right, Toledo Jeep Fest after that, August 7th and 9th. This year is the 10th anniversary of the Toledo Jeep Fest, so I imagine it might be bigger, more grander, I don't know. But I got a feeling this is going to be the last year of Toledo Jeep Fest. I really believe next year it's just going to be called Toledo Fest, because there was half the vendors there were Jeep related, the other half were just local vendors like restaurants, microbreweries, jellies and jams, almost like a farmer's market type crap. Although they did have quite a few food trucks, and it's downtown Toledo, so there's quite a few restaurants. And I do enjoy staying at the overlanding exhibit thing they have in the Toledo Metro Park. That's real nice. I have a good time when I'm up there, but the juice ain't worth the squeeze for me for going up there. And I've got some friends that I meet there every year, and if they're not gonna make it, I don't think I'm gonna make it. 'Cause I don't know. I'm still gonna buy my ticket, and I'll have a few months to decide. The Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, August 20 to 22nd. If you go to one show a year, make it that one. You got to get there early because parking is a bear. But I think they hold it on like a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday. And then by Saturday afternoon, everybody's packed up and gone. And I think everybody all the spectators hang out, go home Sunday morning. So it's a very big part. It's like the whole town parties for Jeeps. I always have a good time. Went there last year, had a real good time. The trick to it is getting there early. I left my house. Well, actually, I left right after I got off work. I got off work at midnight, and I drove straight up there. It took me about 3 hours to get there, and I slept in the parking lot. Which you would think August sleeping in a Jeep would be miserable, but actually up in the mountains it was really cool. As soon as the sun come up, it heated up and it woke me up, but wasn't a big deal because I got up, went, got in line, got in, spent the day there, met some friends there. and it was an awesome time. All right, as always, I've babbled on long enough. Until next time, this is Nikki G saying, "Wheel what you got and be happy."